If you are free soon, could we talk?
It is a relief to know that the terramorphs are being dealt with. But are you sure this Asili's creature? This would be the same nature that gave us terramorphs in the first place. I do not think this is the path I would have chosen. One could easily argue that humans are the superior hunter and therefore are the microbes would have put fewer people at risk in the long. I appreciate your conviction. I suppose time will tell. And I must say, I find it curious that you would agree keeping the Lazarus plant around is a good idea. It seems an additional, unnecessary risk. I do not think some potential future use outweighs the risk it poses now. At least the Freestar Collective will also know of its existence. Otherwise, I worry it would be too tempting for the UC to use as a weapon. Well, it is good to know that this particular threat is behind us, and you have done a service to all who live in the settled systems.
Man, the galaxy's too big to be stuck in the same place. You know, traveling with you has been something else. But the best part is when we're charting course for the next jump. I never feel at home planetside. How about you? Well, how non-committal of you. See, the people I don't get are the ones who never go anywhere. They stay in their own hometown, they just live and die there. There's a whole galaxy full of wonder and things you could never imagine. How can they be satisfied with one tiny sliver of it? I mean, you're right, but I think everyone should at least get out once. And go someplace, meet people. Get out of your comfort zone so you can really see that the worlds are more than just little issues and bickering. There's a mess of ugly out there, but my God, there's grandeur, too. That helps you understand how this crazy place fits together. I want to be the code that finds something deep out there. Solomon got us here in a big way. I'd like to discover something that moves people. Makes them feel just a bit of what I feel when I jump systems. Not knowing what's next. Exactly. Yeah, it's funny, as much as Jacob, my dad, cashes in on the family name, he's got no adventure in him. And I get it. It's dangerous, sometimes scary out there. But that's what exploration is. Going off the map and seeing if there truly be dragons. I couldn't ask for better company. When you get a moment, could we talk? The whole terramorph situation, seriously, hats off to you. When I was growing up, everyone was afraid of terramorphs. How they could seemingly strike anywhere at any time. The stuff you've done here could save. Given time, that'll be past tense. I don't know about these Asilis. That microbe would wipe out the terramorphs for good and certain. I mean, the Asilis? It'll take longer, take more hand-holding, and there's no saying the Asilis will fully... I hope for all our sake you made the right... When you put it like that, I guess I see your point. The United Colonies. Hell, everyone and everywhere owes you big time. Even if they don't know it.
Well, hello, sunshine. Sorry to pull you aside like this, but I wanted to take a moment to congratulate you. Taking those steps to eradicate the Terramorph threat is essential to the safety of every living thing in the settled systems. You should be proud. Indeed. Leaving that problem unchecked could have made the situation go from bad to worse. I only wish that the United Colonies chose to exterminate the Terramorphs with the experimental microbe, instead of choosing this ridiculous Asili solution. Apparently, their decision was based on your recommendation. That was a risky choice you've made. Then you were mistaken. I'm sorry, but I believe that your logic is flawed. The Asili solution will take far too long. Years, perhaps even decades. By then, humankind could be in serious danger. You've already seen how much destruction just a few While we wait for the Asilis to naturally prey upon them, we have to spend time. How many human lives will be lost due to the wait? Why should we wall off? The science was at our disposal, and now we've cast that aside. Well, I'm disappointed that you didn't trust the science. Unfortunately, locking away the Lazarus plant instead of anything that accelerates the Terramorph life cycle should have been completely removed from the equation. Why take the chance? Of course. I wouldn't have it any other way. I appreciate the fact that you've taken the time to listen to my opinion on the matter. I'm sorry if I've hurt you in any way. I wouldn't want anything like this to come between us. If something's on your mind, you can Of course you can, sweetie. I feel so lucky to be with someone like you. I'll only carry... See you soon, love.
Hello. I keep... All right, then.
I don't know about you. If you need me to halt. I wouldn't say no. Share the wealth. Goodbye.
The two of us make quite the pair, eh?
Want to see what I'm
Oh, I love our little chats. You know how to make a woman feel special.
I think you may be trying to take a little too much on. Literally.
Hi. Carrying objects is one. Travel safely.
Touchdown imminent.
Hello, Captain.
Can't take much more!
What does your scanner reveal?
Something's out there. I got this. Light 'em up. Down, huh? Keep your eyes down.
Are you prepared to die? Seems we are clear. Good one. Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
What? Gonna take.
dock at docking port 1.
Solid docking port there. Nice work.
Cannot wait to see how the UC is throwing its weight around today.
Good day, Captain.
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance. Did you have any questions All right. So, you're the vanguard that took down that terramorph on Tau Ceti. You've made quite an around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it. Damn. That must have been one hell of a firefight. I almost regret missing out on all the fun. Of course, we don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments. All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Akande should be waiting for you. Good luck.
Yes, what?
Excuse me.
I'm a bit busy at the moment, but we'll talk later, okay? Hello.
Hey. Howdy.
Hopefully the low temperatures do not interfere with our electronics.
Okay, hello.
Pardon.
You can always come back and chat later. You can always come back and chat later. Nobody here is going anywhere.
I hope Cora doesn't get too much underfoot.
you all are here because you can handle it. So any questions, concerns, anything at all giving you pause, you come see Dr. Walker or I. Little problems left unchecked become big problems. And we fix big problems here, not make them. Now let's get to work. Welcome everyone to the TMD.
Okay. Hello.
Excuse me. Captain, looks like we missed each other back at Mast. I could have never guessed where all this was going to lead. But now, knowing what I do, that my father truly is the monster I always thought he was. Well, I've just spent a lot of my life in pursuit of the truth. So... the best ones certainly do. You know, I was thinking, while we were up on that podium, if I wanted to try and see him again. But... I knew the answer before I even finished the thought. I didn't. Because confronting him, what would I have gained from that? From letting him remind me I can never truly be rid of him? Nothing. Now, all I'd be doing is acknowledging that he still has some sway over my life. And while I can't do anything about his role in my past, I'm not about to let him control my future. And thanks to what we've done together, that future is brighter than it has been in a long time. Words can't do justice to how grateful I am for that. You know I can't do that. I've got an assignment. But I'll never say no to a visit when you're in the area. Remind us all how much we owe you. Well, I think it's safe to say you succeeded beyond it. It's been an honor, Captain. Good luck out there.
Why, hello, fellow Class 1 citizen. That's never gonna get old. Now, was there something you needed? You heard right. These terramorph attacks, they caught the UC off guard. UC. So, they want us patrolling the front lines of xenological life. Which means, we need someone to track down said aliens and harvest samples from them. We're trying to build a... But since dealing with unfriendly creatures falls square in your... Glad to hear it. There is just one additional wrinkle. UC spec this as a one-person job, so, if you're interested, they've agreed to let you take Hadrian with you. You'll have to convince her, of course, but I don't think she'll fight you too badly. We could use Hadrian here, absolutely, but we have other scientists. Not a lot of other people can go up against apex predators and come home again and again. You and Hadrian are the right people for this job. I expect she wouldn't mind too badly being out there herself, so... Now, let's get you the details of your first quarry. Here you go. Head there, find your specimens, and bring those samples back here.
Oh! Need a moment to walk that off?
Howdy.
Yes, what?
Yes? Hello. Hey. You need something? Okay, I'm listening. What's going on? Backup? What does that have to do with me? Come with you? You can't be serious. Expert backup, huh? Sounds like Percival's just trying to get me out of his hair. I don't know about this. Leaving the TMD is a big decision. I guess you're right. I always imagined that future would be here at the TMD, but, well, maybe a change of scenery wouldn't be so bad. Besides, Percival will never let me forget it if I turn down field work in favor of a desk job. If you really need backup out there. You can count on me to pull my weight. I'll always help out in combat, and I'm happy to assist. Having an extra xenosociologist around on this assignment, sure. Yeah, I think so too.
Thank you for the offer. Really. It was unexpected, but
I think this will be for the best. Both for me and for the settled systems. I'll head out soon. I just need to talk to Percival before I go. He's gonna get an earful for arranging this without talking to me about it first. See you, Captain.
car yard. Permission to dock granted.
Airlock integrity looks good.
Well, I think you'll find we have some... Are you ready to do some business? In my opinion, Trident and Tayo both value style over substance in their own way. Deimos is positively ancient, very set in their ways, and Hope Tech? Well, you don't look like you want a space barge. Absolutely.
Walter is quite proud of what his company has accomplished, and for good reason.
These ships are something
have a good day.
else.
Well, what do you expect? The Eklund family is loaded.
We have a state-of-the-art R&D department here.
If I were Tayo, I'd be very concerned about ships that give Tayo a run for his money.
Have you seen the specs on the Adonis?
I'd rather be in a ship that can defend itself. I don't want to be a target.
Maybe the Venture then. Place is something else.
If you need anything, nice to see you again. Absolutely. Stroud Eklund, maybe. Let me show you our stuff.
Really afford a new ship.
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Need a hand with something?
Must confess, the hum of a grav drive makes me feel alive. We're on our own again.
And we're locked in.
We have a state-of-the-art R&D department here.
Are you ready to do some business? Let me show you our stock.
I have something for you when you have a moment.
Pressure normalized, and we're docked.
Hey,
Yes? What? Pardon?
Ah, there you are. Commander Kibwe Kande, UC SysDev. Glad to have you aboard. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about Commander Tuala's offer. Yes, I know. I was intentionally vague when I advised Mast of my needs. So, now that you're part of the team, allow me... This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance. SysDev's nerve center, dedicated. Whether this ship is impressive or not, you're the key element. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can... The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Then you're going to get yourself killed. So listen up, because our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using... You'd better hope so. Sersha won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then that's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know. If I didn't have confidence in your abilities, I would have told Commander Tuwala. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate. Fine. Look, before you begin, as an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow up. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you step. Well, you better learn quick. Otherwise, anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant. Now. All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years, which means she's shrewd and she's diligent. The only reason we were able to connect her with the Crimson, I'm afraid she's the... Good luck.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood? I'd scour every inch of wherever the Crimson Fleet sends you. Otherwise, you're wasting our time. Criminals are sloppy. Look hard enough, and I'm certain you'll stumble. Rationalize it however you like. But that evidence is... I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig. Haven't you been paying attention? Our goal here is the complete eradication of the Crimson Fleet. In order to do that, if you bring me evidence, we can make arrests and slowly... You're damn right I do. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand. Then you'll understand why it's so important that this... Anyway, before I let... Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts. It's not generous, it's motivational. All right, we've loaded it. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden, and with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. Don't worry, the container's been registered with UC Security, so you shouldn't have any trouble. Even if you're scanned. Of course, if we find out you tried to sell it to someone outside the boundaries of this particular operation, well, I don't think I need to tell you the consequences of making that mistake. Not really, no. I've learned to keep... Yeah. Maybe. No, it's not really inappropriate. Let's just stick to the job at hand and... But, we'll be here if you need us.
Hello?
Pressure normalizing.
Part to keep Sidonia graffiti-free.
Do you imagine anyone actually enjoys living here? I simply cannot.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to... And by sensitive, I'm guessing you mean something you don't want, UC. I can probably help you with that. I'm not talking price until I know what the hell I'm buying. Whoa, way too hot for me. That stuff is nothing but bad news.
If the Trade Authority is not interested, that says a great deal.
All I'm going to point at is the ceiling, with my middle finger. Get that stuff out of here before UC security catches on. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit. You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who...
Just demand the extra credits up front next time. These games are juvenile and tiresome.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells. Oh, and it's been...
Ask me what I think about mining.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away. Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think it... okay. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. You're a clever one, aren't you? Let's just say I have a certain influential affiliate. Right down to business!
I see no good reason why we should have any extra dealings with the likes of you.
Lady, if you want me to move that shipment for your pal here, you're going to do whatever the hell I want. You got that? Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on a second. No one said anything about killing. All I said was, his name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the... Why are you still here? Get my money from Carl or get out of my face. Oh, I can't believe I need to spell this out for you, but here goes. You're doing me a favor, and in return, I'm doing you a favor. There are no free rides. That's how shit works around here. The sooner you learn that, the sooner you stand to make some serious money with us.
Mars isn't for everybody.
Very practical to seal this off and make it habitable.
Something I can help you with? Hey, slow down. I don't even know what you're talking about. What? Play what games? Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the... hey now. Take... Oh! Wait, you mean that? I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. Come on! Give me a break! What the... Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't...
Clearly this man has never seen how hard I can squeeze.
What games? Sure. I guess I could ask for a 7-day shift. I guess I'm only putting off the inevitable. Please, tell Adler I'm sorry for trying to wiggle out.
If you are looking for spare parts, look elsewhere.
We have the tech to instantly jump across.
Have something for me? There! Would you look at that? I knew. He going to be a problem anymore? Nice. Nice! You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeat. You know, if you like this kind, you think you can handle run. That's what I'm talking about. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Nevamora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you... Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora.
I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew. You betting your life on that? Because the only way out of our organization is with a warhead up your grav drive. So, before I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get... There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana. Jumping into Incel. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Reed. Kill Rake? That, if you want my advice, there's only one way to guarantee. It's done when Rake's head back here when you're finished.
That very much. You haven't asked me to do that in a long time.
And will you do funny voices for the characters? Like you used to when I was little?
You just try and stop me.
Alright. And what?
Say no, but frankly, it will be safer for us that way. All right.
Nice clean dock, Captain.
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could... I guess I should just stop talking and let you see. That is not something I am going to do. As far as you are concerned, I am Austin Rake. Now, do you mind telling us what this... You are asking me to betray my own crew. I do not know who to believe. But you... I do not have to. And if I make it...
Come on, Dimitri, enough talk. Let's just kill this.
Target down!
Get up! Get up!
You did what you had to. The fallen are better left as dust in the sea.
Operation complete. Thrusters free.
patrol. Now tell me about the Ragana. Give me... Mercenaries? Guns for hire that you don't... I'll tell you. We do a hell of a lot of dirty work in the Crimson Fleet. You know what? I have no idea, and it's frustrating. I suppose I could have pissed off someone I screwed over in the past, but... Good work, Rook. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Hope this business with rakes taught you something. Because I'm about to... If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, I'm gonna send someone after you. Get used to it. Now that you know the deal, it's time to... I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the Key, the Fleet. Head out there as soon as you can.
Joining the Crimson Fleet is hardly a cause for celebration. But you have your reasons. So for now, I will allow it.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. Scan complete. Welcome to Mars. You are cleared to land at Sidonia.
Board is clear. We're docked.
Everything about the ship just screams superiority complex to me.
I had a friend on the Ragana. If I had my way, I'd space whoever killed him.
Hey.
The commander's livid. Not sure what you did. It's not...
There you are. We intercepted your exchange with the Ragana. What? Yes, but not at the expense of others.
Says the person who incurs none of the consequences.
Now I have to waste precious time smoothing this over with Mast. Make up excuses. Let me make this crystal clear. You do what you can to stay in the fleet, but it's not a license to kill. Do something like this again, and you're out. I'll head. The Crimson Fleet is motivated purely by material wealth. I believe you're fully capable of avoiding the need to take a life, but hearing and comprehending are two different things. Let's hope for both our sakes that you fully understand. All this ugliness aside, what... Yes, if nothing else, your actions while Let's focus on that and move.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on a good side will ensure... Yes, you pass your first, but before we get too confident, that either means she suspects. Just remember, these are
And their ruthlessness is passed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how...
So what's next for you on? Excellent. If you're heading to the Key, I assume you'll be meeting Delgado soon.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
What is there to know? He is pirate.
Exactly. The Crimson Fleet is not a monolith. Any information you have on its members can only help. In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the Key. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It's certainly... Keep up the good work.
Things are progressing rather quickly. I'm sure the commander is pleased.
The Key acknowledging fleet vessel. Welcome home.
That utility got a moment.
Get out of my face. You said the take was 10K, but it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30. You want at 4K? You got 4K. Not my problem. If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught. Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener. The hell took you so long? Forget how to grab? I don't care. Time is money and you've wasted both. But, all that aside, you make pencils ready? This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old, might look a little beat up on the outside. You think? And that's only part of it. I can give you the short version while...
It must be very embarrassing.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about the Key. All right, history time. So, the Key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, Lock, Key. Cute, huh?
Hello, everyone. I'm Gail Dunnigan of SSNN, and this is Galactic Talk. My guest tonight is one of the most notorious criminals in the settled systems. His ruthlessness and desire for wealth has landed him squarely at the top of the wanted list for every major law enforcement agency in the galaxy. I am, of course, speaking of the self-appointed leader of the Crimson Fleet himself, Jasper Criggs. Good evening, Mr. Criggs.
Good evening, Gail. Thank you for accepting my invitation.
Yes,
Now,
well,
we've got
being
everything the fleet
blindfolded and then
needs
Grav
right
jumped to what appears to be an abandoned mining facility, exactly what I call exploitation.
Well, I'm sure you're not surprised that your request for an interview would come with some very specific conditions.
Frankly, I was a bit surprised to receive any type of response at all. Would you mind telling me why you decided to do this interview?
Because there comes a time in every pirate's life where they have to make an extremely
So you want to
important
tell me
decision.
why those damn doors are sealed?
Do they
It's called
take
a
a leap,
malfunction.
become one
You
of the
know,
most
that thing I
legendary
spend most of my day
pirates in
dealing with.
history?
Believe me, my people are
Or
on
do
it.
they simply sputter on, subsisting on freighters and deep space privateers?
Always.
So are we to
Angel.
assume that you are taking
This
the
here's
leap?
Jasper.
That Jasper
You
Crick
need anything for
is
your
moving
ship? She's
on
got
to
you
bigger
covered.
and better things in
Hit
his
up the
life?
depot next.
That's spot on, Gale. That's exactly why you're here.
Interesting. Well then, would you mind sharing with us exactly what your particular leap entails?
In due time. There's no rush. In fact, I'd say we have at least 12 hours before the authorities trace this broadcast. Plenty of time to discuss whatever you like.
Oh, all right then. Perhaps the best place to start this interview would be at the beginning of your career.
Please, proceed.
Since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the Luck. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the key.
About time you brought us new blood, neighbor. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa, whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, Queen of the Rare Exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss. On the right, you've got Bradley from the Trade Authority. I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the Last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station, the Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit, given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rape? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering. No. You new members have no patience or appreciation for history. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a essentially, but I sleep soundly knowing I'm one of the few that can piss Delgado off and live. Should I die, all of my knowledge, he holds the trigger, but we all know that my death cripples. It's why he's the boss. Of course, I'm not the first reckoner to bear a bomb under my ribcage, but Delgado was smart. Now, let me get you set up. Thanks to advanced modifications even Ryujin would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us. None. Other than my chest and arm. Is the interview over? The perfect segue into my... Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, I've granted you all the necessary permissions. If Neva's chosen wise... Now, I believe that covers all I have to say. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able...
Alright, listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired.
My friend, see anything you like? We can talk about whatever. Hey, I'm always... Always a pleasure.
Please, need something? This better be worth it. Oh, bye, I guess.
You want to survive? The right gear. Stay safe out there. Now you buy from me, you can look good. I'm here if you need me.
Weapons for all occasions. Well, everyone all... Hey, if you want to pour credits into my pocket, I carry most... Occasionally, just don't screw me over or I'll be inclined to give you a free... Not being intimidated. A little advice, Sadiqi? You bleed for the fleet. Anyone who says otherwise is either lying... please. All I care about is separating you from your credits. So... take your pick. All right. See you around.
Are you looking to start something? Because I'll finish it.
Sharks are too scared to take the key.
Recruit. So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet. You and everyone else on this station, keep following orders. All right, when you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before...
Boss.
Good.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have... Since you two seem so eager to move forward. Pack your cold weather gear, rooks.
where we are going.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarall for another one of your little... 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn...
Crix's legacy is no story, Neva. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lock cost us a ton of credits.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvarall, Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there... Through a bit of luck and a hell of a lot of cash, Neva was able to get her hands on an access code to the inside of the... This will be the first time someone from the Crimson Fleet has set foot in there for her. It has been frustrating, being this close to potential clues. Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the... Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we...
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a... Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording. And not a lot of facts.
When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely... Exactly. Now, okay, enough. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates in... Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there.
If you need to harvest any organic materials, now would be the time.
About time you got here.
I told you you were wasting your time, Del.
Yeah? And Mathis, I am reading things around here, so keep your mouth.
Fine.
All right, listen up, because I am only going to go... We are here to dig up any info about Crix's legacy. Whatever you pick up, don't think, don't... If that was supposed to be a joke, I am not laughing.
Don't worry about laughing, Delgado. It'll be a goddamn laugh riot when I split open...
All right, that's enough. If either of you want to fly with the Crimson Fleet, then you need... When you're on a job, you do it. If that doesn't work for you, just say so, and I will leave you on this ice ball without a ship. You will...
Yeah.
Oh, and there's... Your little friend can tag along until we get to the outer doors of the prison, but I will be...
Fine, go on. Leave me. Just be sure and thaw me out when you return.
We have a lot of ground to cover between the landing area and the lock.
Have my attention.
Bring it!
I've been hit!
Curse you! That was quite a leap.
Here we are. The place where Jasper Creek... Around 5 years. Rumor says he stuck.
Yeah, he needs to get this thing open, like, right...
Then crank up your suit heat, Mathis, because it's probably not going to... All right, let's keep moving. This ID card cost a small fortune. Let's hope it pays off. We are in. Let's go. First time I have been inside this part of the world, so keep your eyes open. See it? I bet the...
Yeah, and their buddies probably heard us firing from a... If we weren't on this job with Delgado...
That was fun.
Must be a nest.
Yeah, and their buddies... If we weren't on this job...
Enough already! I should have known better than to bring both of you at the same time. Now let's see. Looks like we are inside some sort of Since you are such good friends, why don't you and Mathis head up to that control room?
This is just great. The plan? Let's face it, we're on our... Why? Because that's what his loyal little soldiers are supposed... The hell with that. We used this opportunity to take out Delgado, and at the same time... Whoa, hang on. Let's pretend for a second Delgado's correct. And once we get rid of him, we'll dig up the garbage ourselves and sell whatever we find to Neva. We'll be Hell no. Come on, we both know If Neva wants to spend the rest of her life chasing ghosts, let her! No. We're going to be handing Neva leadership of the Crimson Fleet on a platter. She'll be thanking us for getting... I mean, come on. I'll bet you a month's share that he's never been this vulnerable. Oh, fuck. You know, for a second there. Now, let's find a way...
Well, brush the dust off, and we have obviously been cut off, so first, I want you to keep looking for a way to open, and second, try and dig up what... Yeah? And tell Mathis not to get any bright-eyed.
Attention. Lockdown mode has been rescinded.
Looks like there's a guard tower overlooking the cell block. We should check it out. changed your mind yet. Yeah, right. You saw it back there. Those things, whatever they were, they've probably ripped it. And if they haven't, we can still handle the job. We just have... Of all the people to get trapped here with, why that? Fine, have it your... So, now that we've made it to the guard tower, what's our... Been in a few slams yourself, I see. Okay. Cell D03118. Okay. It's a place to start, I guess. Look at this dump. I can't imagine being stuffed down here to rot. Poor bastards. UC must have burned some serious cash while this place.
So we'll have to coordinate this carefully. For now, we'll continue using his locker in the showers area as a drop point for the code to the utility closet. By this time next month, I should be out of this dump and uploading those creds into my account.
Delgado was right. Cricks must have hit the Galbank transport and stashed away the money or something. But we play this right, and we're gonna be filthy stinking rich in no time. an armory. Looks like they cleared this place out. Well, well, what do we have here? Give me a sec. This ought to come in handy. All right, let's keep moving. Prisoners were when they rioted. I would hate to have been one of the guys. You hear that? Ah, never mind. This place is starting to get to me. Eyes up! Incoming! There's got to be a way out of this goddamn place. Looks like this was the warden's office. They built the office right next to the shuttle bay for quick escapes, I bet. Smart.
Finally, I was about to give up. Quit screwing around and pick up. Where have you been? Look out the window. I'm over here. ¿Qué carajos took you so long? I hope you found something because I am getting sick and tired of this place. I don't know. Looks like some kind of a security officer. I knew it! Everyone said I was out of my mind. But something told me we'd find...
Yup, that's right. It was a team effort all the way. We had each other's backs the whole time, Del.
Is that madness? Tell him to shut up so I...
Yeah, sorry, Del.
Okay. Now all we have to do is find a way out of this. I'm looking at schematics for the lock. And I don't think... But I can open the outer doors to the shuttle bay and let you fly one of the shuttles down there directly up to the key. According to the schematics, there is an emergency back then. It's just a quick run across the ice to my ship. Good answer. You're learning. Okay. Let me see. Shuttle bay activated. Yup. It's got it. Might take a while, though. You have done a hell of a job, Rook. We will...
Hey, look, well, I want... Cool. Look, about all that killing Delgado stuff. Yeah, of course. Now,
Every time I see Radley smile, I want to punch him in the face.
There you are.
It's about time.
Not now, Nick. Well? Oh. What I meant to say was... Give me what...
Just cut the crapping.
Demanding the... Don't worry. You finish the job, and you will get...
Translation. Give him.
That's it? Just one slate? After losing so much of our crew. Well, I'll be damned. Legacy wasn't referring to Crix's fortune. It's the name of an actual ship. A Galbank transport probably loaded with credits.
Never heard any stories about a Gal Bank ship going down. And even if it had happened, it would have been picked clean years ago.
No, Neva. Think. If Galbank covered it up, and over time, the location was eventually forgotten, it wouldn't be on anyone's radar. Okay, this changes things. Now that we know what we are looking for, we have to narrow the search. Well, that is not... Let us start with what we know. It was a Galbank ship, which means... Neva, weren't you working on a deal with Rokov? Something about a big-wig charity event on one of Trident's Starliners?
Are you serious? I've been working...
Ay, Dios mío. Will you shut up about your score and think for a second? That Starliner has a Galbank VIP suite aboard, which means... Come on, Neva.
Which means a Gal Bank exec will be aboard. We grabbed their credentials. Holy shit, that might actually...
Pack your bags, Rook. You're going on vacation. And since you've earned it, take this gun with you. Might come in handy when Rokov screws everything up as usual. You better start talking. Good, because that is exactly what you are going to be doing. Neva and I are too well known to walk around the Starliner without being recognized. If Trident Security spotted us, it'd be over. I need you to board that ship, make contact with Rokov, and get me those credentials. You know what? I'm gonna leave that entirely up to you. If you think he's come through for us, you can promise him he'll get paid. But if he gets in your way, then you take him out. You'd better. Oh, before you leave, I wanted you to know that I took what you said about Mathis into consideration, and I've decided to let him join the fleet. Because you're the one that finished the job. You followed orders, and you put your neck on the block to get that data to the key. As far as Mathis goes, I'm sure you had to drag him through the lock and prevent him from doing something as stupid. We'll see. That's it then. Next stop for you is Rokov Starliner, the Siren of the Stars. And remember, Rokov does not need to know anything about Grixis legacy. For now...
Hey, Rook. Before you head out, I need to have a word with you. Meet me at the last Nova after you wrap things up with...
Hell of a job you did down there, Rook. Hell of a job.
Wrap your business up with Mathis, then we'll talk.
Need something?
Hey, I wanted to thank you one last time for not ratting me. If you would have found out what I was planning, well, I don't even want to... Oh yeah, sure. Anything you need, you just ask.
For your sake.
You just, you know...
What could go wrong?
Business up
We
with
haven't
Mathis,
decided.
then we'll talk.
What the hell are you reading?
There you are. All right, look. I've been lining up a score with that asshole Rope. I'm not about to let a payday slip through my fingers.
Who ends up with all our creds?
My friend's got a point.
Of course she'll get a cut. That's how everything works around. Rokov's been tipping me off about some kind of bullshit charity event that, at the event, they're gonna give away something called the Earth Savior Award, which is worth tens. So it's simple. While you're on the siren, swiping those galleries.
First off, the creds you spend here go to the fleet. Not to me, not to you.
Yeah, very funny. You're hilarious. You should stand up on the bar. Look, you can make all the jokes and excuses you want. But if you don't come back, either way, I get my money. How much you walk away with?
I suppose it is up to you to decide.
Yeah? And who do you think Delgado? All right, Rook, we're done here. Because that's exactly what you are. Beneath all of that inexperience, I'm sure you have. So get used to hearing that word. Until you earn... Good luck. The last...
Welcome to the heart of debauchery.
I am ready to start something. I appreciate that you may have business here. I would simply ask that you conclude it quickly. It would seem that none of the wealth...
UC will never crush the fleet.
Howdy.
You're back. Even with our best intelligence equipment, we can pick up local communications chatter and use long-range scans. If we get too close, we not only expose ourselves to an attack, then things are moving forward. Perfect.
Nice job, Rook.
I was certain we'd fool Delgado, but never. She said, did you discover anything with... I understand your concern, but you can rest assured that every member of this... Any information that you turn over will not be leaving this ship until it's fully encrypted and... If the intelligence I've read is accurate, Delgado is a charisma. That's why you want to stay on his good side, and stay away from Neva. She's shrewd. Legacy. Wait a moment. Are you telling me Delgado may have actually...
I have never heard of such a thing.
I'm surprised. I thought this was one of those tales that made it to every corner.
I suppose it's possible, sir. Intelligence... We assumed it was some sort of tall tale or a story. Well, let's find out if Delgado is chasing ghosts. Let me see what we have here. Nope. There are no records of a Gal Bank trans... What do you think, sir?
I think there's no record because Gal Bank is hiding. Delgado's no fool. If he risked his own neck to get that information, what's your next move? Can you imagine the amount of embarrassment Gal Bank would have to endure if they listed a... Doesn't matter if that ship went down 5 or 500 years ago. If news get... That one's simple. We monitored your ship's heading. In fact, when they returned to the key and you didn't immediately follow, well... Clever, Delgado. Very clever. We can't let Delgado get his hands on what could potentially turn out to be the largest...
Maybe I should head out to New Atlantis, sir? I could press the Gal Bank execs for information?
No. Let's allow this to run its course. We have our agent here. There's more to this than just finding the location of the transport. Just... Because the Crimson Fleet would be a totally different adversary, and Krix wouldn't have... Even if they hid the money with that damn human computer Shinny of us, our forensic accounting people would have found that data. No. The Crimson Fleet are in dire shape right now. It's imperative that if the Crimson Fleet gets its hands on a transport full of currency, it would be... I need you to do whatever you can to bring us more information. And for God's sake, don't... You're both dismissed.
Yes?